go for a lot of different options.
Lapu.
Yutong is also a good option. They've got quite a number. I don't think they're going to go for something like a Yutong. That'd be a little too greedy.
You jinxed it. You jinxed it.
It's so greedy if they want to go for Yutong. I think, you know, going for something something that can actually fight in the lane. Lapu is definitely a shout out. Angela. Oh, finally! We finally get to see this. Oh my goodness. Geek Fam is going to be whipping out the Beatrix. It's been missing since last week. This is the first time it is showing up in week number 5. I am excited for this.
Yeah, now it makes so much sense now here. The Lancelot ban, just to prevent kind of the backlines as well. The Beatrix is going to hit so hard. So I'm looking forward to see how they're going to be playing this year, as Geek Fam will be showing the first Beatrix in MPL MY Season 7.
Yeah, with 4 different weapons and 4 different ults for multiple different situations, I am super excited to see how prepared these teams are coming, especially when it comes to the setup of the fight. Beatrix is going to have to assess the situation well and time her abilities correctly to get maximum output for the team. Ooh, I'm ready. I'm pumped for this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how Lil B is going to be playing this year, because this is going to be a really tough game to play from either teams. But RSG MY, they've got a clear cut of a great approach here, a lot of crowd control. Let's take a look here, because ladies and gentlemen, here, this is going to be the second series for week number 5 and day number 1 here. The final series for today. It is going to be RSG MY going up against Geek Fam. Blue versus red.
Looks like Lil B is going to be playing on this Beatrix up on the top side of the map, and his matchup is going to be on this Alice. And as expected, RSG is going to get full priority of the mid lane, as Nelby will be trying to clear up. Well, Baxia is going to be the support and helping out Roger. They're going to mirror, actually. Wow, they're going to straight for the orange buff, expecting RSG MY to look for the invade.
Yeah, it's a typical play coming from them here, but Zorn is going to be playing on the tank role coming from Geek Fam, RSG MY. Nothing out of the ordinary. Zaraki playing on the Matilda as the tank support here. So they do have a lot of frontline potential, but can RSG MY scale here? Because Lexia on the Brody, he's done well in the early and middle stage of the game, but late game wise, this is where Mayma is going to pop off. And also Lil B.
Yeah, these are one of the few times which I've actually loved seeing teams split the map. And splitting the map is going to, and vertical jungling is especially important. Now, having Wesker in hand, it's great to kind of just clear the waves really quickly. It is a very effective way. The question is, I don't know whether or not Lil B is looking to try and harass. He did take Killing Spree as his emblem, so expect him to look for opportunities to jump on their opponent. Sino now getting jumped on himself by the help of Zorn, making an easy kill for Mayma to just pounce on him.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a great takeoff there from Geek Fam to actually get those kind of aggressive plays, punish Sino as much as he can. However, top side here, they were looking to get a little bit greedy here coming from Dilby. Unfortunately to say, he will be going for the shotgun build instead. So shotgun, he's going to be able to chip away towers here, but look at this, it's Nami taking huge chunk away, but it's not going to be enough to take him down, because RSG, they've got 4 members, they want to shut down Lil B. In this case, it's going to be a get a catch here. Lil B will back off. He's going to be A-okay.
Yep, he has to consider switching weapons at this point in time, but it looks like he's going to stick with Wesker for now, giving up this gold barrier, as he does get on top of Izanami. Good shots coming in from the tower. Zorn takes full advantage of the situation, and unless Lil B does switch out his weapons, he's going to get outranged by this Brody for now. But Geek Fam on the opposite side of the map has been able to take neutral objectives, forcing RSG to be a little slow on the rotate.
Yeah, it's interesting enough that RSG MY, you know, did not go in for the full dive, considering that this is going to be Geek Fam taking away objectives here. And Lil B, you know, despite going for the shotgun as well as the SMG deal, it's not exactly great, but you know, he does have a lot of creep clear potential here. And as of now, he's taking a significant amount of damage from Zaraki. RSG is still trying to force this fight, and Loleo is going to be a little bit more aggressive here, as Lil B more going for the finish. He flickers forward, goes in for the pump, 2-man down.
Well done. Just a quick combo coming in from Lil B, holding up Nibiru, starting up with the Nibiru's ult to get that initial bunch of damage. Tactical repositions in front of him to switch over to Wesker, ensuring that they can get that big bursts.
Yeah, that's a really interesting play here, but that is going to be Lil B getting a little bit more XP and lane control. However, RSG MY, they have a little bit more objectives towards the turrets. However, Geek Fam will be leading the economy here as they've got more than just one. Bottom side as well, we can see R starting to cut the creep wave as well. RSG, they are looking for the fight as well. Lexia almost finishing him off, and eventually gets the final touch here, but Nelby will this be the sacrificial lamb as Geek Fam is going to go in for dive as well. Meima does have the total buff, and you can see he is going to hit a lot.
This is the kind of pressure we want to see coming in from Geek Fam, but RSG playing, not really playing on the back foot, but they are playing quite responsive to what Geek Fam is trying to do. Because they are looking for punishes every single time with Izanami and Zaraki, but so far, the fact that Geek Fam has been kind of not only controlling the map, but keeping their eyes peeled, they're doing such a good job.
Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
I did not expect Lilby to absolutely blow him up there. Wow. That was Nibiru ult into switch weapon, into Wesker, and he just died in 2 hits.
Wow. That's a lot of damage there.
Where did he go?
Wow. Like if I was Lolios, I would be surprised with the kind of play here because of that Beatrix play, we are going to be witnessing a little bit more here as RSG try to make a play down bottom. Arts will back off. That's going to be wasted time because the rest of our members coming from Geek Fam is going to go in for the contest. Zorn is there, going for a couple pokes with Zaraki. Nelby is in the vicinity trying to contest this. RSG, they are going to back off and regroup for this next fight.
Well, what's happening on top side? It looks like they did push out Alice once more to get this turret, and they should be able to get it with the help of Nibiru as well as Roger. This should be a piece of cake.
That's a lot of damage here coming from Geek Fam here. To my surprise, double marksman coming from Geek Fam just doing significant amount of work. And guess what? They will pick up Izanami as Geek Fam is taking full control on every single lane in this map. It seems like the Grandmaster of chess here, Amok, with a fantastic draft coming in.
Yeah, it looks great, and Lilby, he has just been doing, I think he's really taking RSG by surprise with the amount of damage he's, and the amount of pressure he's actually getting on top of Loliez. Like, I don't think Loliez expected him to get pushed out of lane this hard, and Geek Fam will try to maintain this 4K gold lead at 5 minutes and 35 seconds into the game as they look to try and rotate and play towards that bot side to get that tier 1.
Yeah, this is pretty much Geek Fam revealing their pocket strategy here with the Beatrix pickup, and it's working out because as of now, bottom side here, Sino, he's forced out the back dragon. He's going to get surrounded. Lilby is going to be there to try and contest it. Can he take him down? He's going to do so much. Here comes the out, and it's going to be right enough as Lilby will get a 2-0-1.
Yeah, it's not the fact that, you know, Lilby is playing playing an absolutely new hero. It's just the fact that, you know, Sino should have known better, and the rest of the RSG needed to communicate that, that Lilby had rotated. Wow, they crushed that tower so quick as well.
Yeah, that's crazy amount of damage here coming from Geek Fam, and I feels like RSG MY, I don't know what to respond here because the double marksman from the side Geek Fam here is prepared for late game, and RSG MY, it seems like there's no fallback plan here. It's going to be up to Sino trying to make this kind of plays, but he's died 2 times in a row, and they're losing so much map control. On top of that, Arts is already making work towards the top side of the lane. Lolios has to come and regroup the rest of the team. Lilby just pushing them all back. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he does it so fast as well. The moment they're in position, he just uses the Nibiru ult and then repositions again. If they start to walk up, that's when he uses the tactical reroll to switch on over to Wesker and just blows them up. So far, we haven't seen Bennett or the sniper rifle. I can't remember the sniper rifle's name. Oh my gosh, it is at the tip of my tongue, but Lolia is now getting chunked out once more, and this is going to be an easy pickets for Lilby with the help of Arts to slow them down with the Ionic Edge.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lilby, first, wait, he goes for the Malefic Roar straight away?
Yeah, that's so much damage. Who needs damage? You need armor reduction. In this case, Zorn is going to buy time here. He's going to be A-okay because here comes Lilby and Meima. Lilby falling behind as well. RSG and MY, they have to go in for the full reset. No point committing this fight here. They're 6k behind, and Zorn is looking to pick some sort of fight. Seems like Geek Fam says, you know what? The lane is here. Let's take the tower. And look how quickly the turret falls.
Oh my goodness, what kind of technology has Geek Fam been coming up with? Lilby is absolutely, with the help of Nibiru, now switching over Wesker. Look at him just chuck that tower down like it's nothing, it's gone. And now they've taken 2 towers for themselves. They're pushing forward even further. RSG MY losing control. Sino is going in to try and get on top of Lilby here, who can't use any more abilities. Already using the tactical reposition, and now Geek Fam are on the run. Big shutdown on Lilby, but that's all they're going to get.
No, that's the downside about playing the Beatrix as well here. Just because you have the damage doesn't mean you have what it takes to take damage. In this case, RGMY, they made a great comeback to slow down the aggression here, but they've lost so much in the objectives here.
Oh, that's such a smart build. Demon Hunter Sword into Malefic Roar. You get the on-hit heal with Nibiru. Okay, yeah, he is going to be focusing mainly on Wesker and as well as Nibiru. But, based on what I've tested out so far, right? In the later stages of the game, people like to start switching over to Renner, getting that extra range, being able to snipe people whenever necessary. And I do remember that Munson did give a quick hot patch here to Nibiru as well. And now, Lolias, he gets chunked down, absolutely destroyed by Lexio with the help of Maima. He's so far ahead of the game. Here comes Nibiru's off from Lilby. He goes missing straight away. Oh my goodness. This is some serious damage.
This is going to be a very quick game as well here because RSG, they are going to be going for the hoo-ha. But oh my goodness, Lilby, what was that?
Bennett whipped out of nowhere. He switched. Oh my goodness. He called for support so quickly I didn't even notice him.
Zeno?
Yeah, Zeno tries to get in between to try and clear the way, but it's not enough. This is going to be quite the game as Geek Fam trying to hold on. But Lolias, he gets trucked down to 50% HP. They lost the minions and now they're going to back away. Lil B is gone. They've already taken so much. 3-12 right now.
They pretty much take almost everything from side of RSG MY to take down Lil B here. And on top of taking Lil B, there is Revitalize coming strong. There's Meima who's pretty much not died a single round. He's almost close to level 15 by the 10-minute mark. He's already hit his peak point here coming from Geek Fam.
This is... Oh boy, this is quite the game here because not only are we seeing Lil B's damage just spiking, but Maima, he's already hit his item power spike really long ago. The fact that they are 8k ahead of their opponents is quite a novel so early on, but can they look to close this out? First Lord is up and Geek Fam, at this point in time, it looks pretty good for them if they just take the Lord now and bait RSG into a fight that they can't win. Yeah,
Zeno needs to make a play here coming from RSG MY, but in this case, Ars is going to be stalling them here in the track. Zaraki gets zoned off. They need to regroup. Ars gets poked towards half HP. Not going to be enough damage, and that's going to be buff taken from the side of Geek Fam. And I don't know, seems like RSG MY, they've got the Yuzhong, but Yuzhong without any sort of assistance from Angela of any protective items here, he's not going to be able to zone Lil B up. In this case, RSG MY, they're in a very, very tough spot to begin with, and Lexia, despite having items here, is not going to be able to contest both Meima and Lil B at the same time. It's going to be up to Zeno to clutch it for RSG MY if they want to make the miracle comeback.
Oh, wait, hold on. Lil B canceled his ult on Nibiru a little too early there, and I may have misspoke here because it was Wesker. They nerfed Wesker in terms of its wave clearing capabilities, not its damage towards heroes. Now, they managed to actually get the Lord with no problem. Sino will not be able to contest it, even though he came late, but now Lolias is caught out of position. He is right in the thick of things. He brings in one more, and Izanami doesn't get the Brilliance off in time. The Toys Poisons making sure that none of those heals is going to be good enough. They're going to keep on running. Lil B is so far behind, but with the help of Roger, Rocky comes in with the Guiding Eagle. It's not going to be enough. Lil B gets another kill. Unstoppable coming in from Maima. They're just chucking them down. This is a free farm for Geek Fam.
Yep, RSG completely shut out 17-3 as Geek Fam will completely obliterate them in game number 1 with this draft coming in from Amox. Geek Fam looking pretty solid about that fight here.
They're just switching their heroes. It makes total sense. Zorn's going into the jungle. Arts is going into the side lane. We're expecting Nelby, who, again, he's probably not happy about playing Uranus, but overall, he just kind of has to. But inevitably, it comes down to this. Side lanes, it's all about side lane priority. Once you have side lane priority, that's going to shut down RSG despite how early they kind of want to play the game. So the question is the timing of which Zorn needs to invade the jungle. If he does it too late, it doesn't matter. If he does it too early, he could get pushed in at level 1 by the side laners who will sacrifice the first wave.
Yep, I'm looking forward to see how this is going to go down as well here, because if Geek Fam is able to dodge the initial tempo of what Zorn is intended to do here, RSG MY is looking to go in for this miracle comeback here. Can they drag this out to game 3? We shall see, because ladies and gentlemen here, the final series for today, this is going to be game 2 of Geek Fam versus RSG MY.
Now Geek Fam getting real aggressive here. Even Jawhead is helping out that Fanny to kind of speed up that clear as Arts ran straight in towards the jungle, knowing that his level 1 is going to be a lot stronger here. Wait, no, Lil B is the one who's going to be playing that side lane here, while Arts is going to be the support for the team. Arts is the one who took Concussive Blast. Very interesting.
Yeah, the tank role is going to be played by Arts. Meima going to be playing on the side lanes here. Zorn going to be playing jungle. Lil B going to be playing a core Jawhead. So that's going to be Geek Fam playing a very interesting approach. They are looking for those kind of invades, and they've successfully done so. And RSG, they realize that, hey, we do not want to be trading this in the hands of Geek Fam. We do not want Zorn to go out of control. So Zorn getting a bit feisty in early phase, and RSG respects that. So I would say it's okay as of now, slowing out the tempo, drag this game as long as they can. That's going to be RSGMY's game plan right now.
Yep, and Arts, he's just going to be there whenever his team gets pushed in. He is going to, I mean, his stats are going to be a lot tankier than it should, especially since he did take tank emblems for now. But Nelby, he needs to maintain control, and Izanami, he sees the opportunity to say, hey, we need to be able to contest this now. He's going to get chunked down by Zorn here, especially with the orange buff. He has nowhere to run. He's able to get some movement speed, but he manages to survive, thus stopping Geek from getting first blood.
Oh, that's going to be Zorn missing out a couple of hits right there, but you would say Izanami's movement speed was just so great. With on top of the Aegis forced out here, it's going to be A-okay. But yeah, RG, they've got a clear cut here. They just don't want to die to Zorn. That's about it. Drag it out here at least to the second phase of the buff here. It's going to be A-okay, and both teams 50-50 trades thus far. Geek Fam, they're getting desperate here. You can see they are starting to get a little bit more aggressive than usual.
You can see Lapu Lapu, he's going to be cutting the waves. This puts both offlaners in an awkward position because the supports can easily rotate down and make something happen. The only problem is that Lolius is level 4 and Arts, he's only level 3. Oh, wait, a good ejector into a full combination to pick up that first blood onto Izanami. Woo! Really nicely done.
Yeah, great catch there as well here. But unfortunately, Zorn did not get the kill, so he's not going to be able to build out his Festival Blood stacks here. But Loleo is going for the flicker here, trying to catch a Nelby. Nelby will disengage, but he's going to be tanking it up. He's got all the damage. Nelby, he's got to regret this here, but at the same time, he can't seem to finish him off as Zorn catches him off. The last valiant attempt to catch Nelby, not going to be enough as he gets focused down by Geek Fam.
Nicely done. And now Sino with the rest of his team is here. He sees Arts. Arts is trying to hit his level 4 as quickly as possible. Here comes Zorn. He's looking for an opportunity, but this is looking kind of bad. And now they're going to be caught in towards the side. Zorn's so low. He's trying to dodge that auto attack, but he finally goes down. Oh, wait, no, it's Paquito who goes down. Zorn manages to survive. He buys enough time. And here comes the rest to jump onto Uranus.
Yeah, there's a great call there coming from RSG MY to take that fight here. And this is the thing that they're doing very well here coming from RSG MY. As long as they do not beat Fanny and give him stacks for the Festival of Light, he's going to be manageable. In this case, they managed to somehow fight this, and now Zorn is trying his best to defend against RSG MY's assault, and this is what I'm talking about here. Look at his health from Zorn. He's getting chunked a little bit, and he's dropping relatively too fast here as he's not being able to sustain through the damage output coming from RSG MY.
And it's only going to get worse the moment they get things like Necklace Durans, Deadly Blade, so on and so forth. Here comes Nelby, gets the Yin Yang overturn onto Zaraki for now. Alpha Wolf being popped in response, but this isn't really going anywhere. And here comes Arts, he gets the knockout punch onto Izanami, but still, it's not enough to kill. The harassment continues, and Lethal Wanderer is going to be next.
Yep, Sino now doing a fantastic job holding down the fort here. Meima trying his best to chip away at this gold plating, doing an okay job, but now Meima is trying to bait out rest of the teams coming from RSGMY to go in for this commitment fight, setting up for Zorn to flank from the bottom side of the fight here. But Alexia, he will secure himself his double buffs and the turtle buff here. He's looking to rumble now. As Geek Fam, they cannot afford to lose a single fight at all.
Yep. Will be still up on towards that top side, having the time of his life, but rest of RSG looking to collapse here on towards Uranus, but it is Uranus, and here comes Zorn. He's trying to look for the kill onto Zaraki. He places fine, but again, he doesn't get the execute in time. Zaraki manages to pull through. This fanny pick has not been working out as well as Geek Fam wanted to. However, they did get the outer, the outer turn play now goes down, and Geek Fam continues to try to put pressure to get this bottom tier 1.
Yeah, fantastic positioning here coming from Zaraki to bait out all the cable energy out of Zorn, and because of that, Geek Fam, they're not going to be able to apply even more pressure here. They get a little bit control, but RGMY, they're looking for the contest right now here. That's going to be a massive one here coming from Izanami. Catches to Zorn with the last hit. Does he go down? No, he does not. And he lives to tell another day. And this is where Geek Fam fighting a little bit more. Art needs to disengage. He's giving chase towards Zorn, but he's going to be able to reset his health here as Geek Fam manages to take 3 in the bag.
Nicely done from Nelby, finding a 3-man yin-yang overturn, making it so easy for Zorn to just chunk people out with a combination of slows. But now, up on top side, Lil B has been uncontested on this Jawhead. He's going to get a free turret for literally nothing.
Yep, and Geek Fam, they are going to scale a little bit more in terms of economy here. RSG MY might have dropped the ball a bit there here. The key component was to take down Zorn at least once if they want to stand a chance, and unfortunately, they just could not do so. Izanami tried his best to go for the Holy Baptism, but it just did not work out. However, it is not over yet here because right now, Zorn is going to apply the pressure. He gets caught with the stun. Do they have the damage? No, they do not. Very, very close call there for Zorn.
Yep, they're going to be able to trade 1-for-1 in their turret section. However, what is going down? It looks like they finally get a kill on towards Arts, and now Maima is next. Does he get the purple buff at least? No, he does not. Lolias was able to defend it and take it for himself as they look to run back in towards their own lanes.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate here. Lee, you kind of want to save up the purple buff for Lexia, but at this stage from RSG MY, the win condition is not going to be the buff. The win condition is to survive the onslaught that Zorn is about to bring. He's 1-0-2. He doesn't have a lot of stacks, and slowly but surely you can see Geek Fam are getting desperate here as they are trying to make any kind of plays across the map. Meanwhile, Zord is going to be pushing out the top side here. RGMI is going to head down here trying to make a dive on towards Maima now.
Yep. Every single time you see RSG make that rotation, it is difficult when your target is going to be the Uranus, because no matter how much lockdown you have, the Consecration is going to get you out of there. Now, we have seen so far that Zorn hasn't really been doing too much this entire game. Like, yes, he requires some form of setup, but he hasn't been able to slow down RSG. Because Lexia is actually a level ahead of him in this case, and I'm pretty sure he also has more gold.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, about the Fanny. If you're not getting kills, you're not abusing Fanny. And given the circumstances of what they're bringing to the table, RSGMY has a pretty clear cut of what's happening as well. The traps are doing a fantastic job of giving a little bit of vision control, checking the brushes in case Fanny goes for the cable spam. In this case, they are going to be starting a lot here. RSGMY looking to pick a fight. Zorn finally getting his purple buff coming in from the side of Geek Fan. They're looking to engage. Zorn comes in on the back line. Here comes the dive here. Jawhead goes for the back line as well. They're all stunned in. Zorn won't get to it again. Take it down. The burst is just too great. RGMY so much damage, and Zorn was trapped in the traps as well.
All right, looking pretty good. 2-for-0 in favor of RSG to even up this score. It looks like this is where RSG is looking to make their stand. And if we can double check what the items are so far, I think Alexia should be at 2 as of right now. Yep, he just got the... Oh, he's actually going for the Endless Battle build. All right.
Yeah, standard ones here coming in for Lexia. Nothing out of the ordinary. However, Geek Fam, they have to be worried here. No buffs up on Zorn. What can they do? There's no core here. Zaraki is trying his best to do a little bit more damage here. It is, well, that is RSGMY, but Geek Fam, I'm worried here. Zilby is trying his best. He's 1-0-1, but what can a Jawhead do? Zorn, he's going to try and steal this way. Almost gets a kill on Zaraki as they will be going in towards a pause. But, oh, that was a close call there coming from RSGMY.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that could have turned seriously sour for Zaraki at that point in time, but he manages to get out. He had to utilize his flicker to get out of there, but so far, I definitely was expecting a little bit more. Let's see how Geek Fam's composition is going to scale towards the later sections of the game, because Zorn at this point will start to fall off unless he starts building full damage, but even then, he could get one-shot by anything.
Yeah, it's really tough here. You can see the timing window from Geek Fam is getting shorter by the minute here. They're look at them, they're so anxious, they're so nervous, they're making sure that, hey, we got to do something here. We got to figure out what we need to do. Whereas RSG, they need to focus on the next objective here. Play it slow, play it cool, you know, and drag this out as long as they can, because eventually Fanny is not going to be able to damage anyone here. On top of the Ruby, who's going to be extremely tanky in the later stage of the game. And you saw how the moment RSGMY comes up towards Zord, he's pretty much going to get shut down by the Ruby. He's going to get shut down with the traps. He's going to get pulled in by the burst coming in from every single hero from the side of RSG.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Ruby is going to be a very key component here, because again, if she lands the I'm Offended or a Runaway Wolf King, that could really change the game on multiple people, because that's not only going to lock them down, but getting that big yoink, oh goodness, especially with RSG's lineup in combination with things like Raphelia's ultimate or even Lolia's ultimate with the Bravest Warrior, it could be devastating.
Yeah, Maima trying his best here to try and slow down rotation from Lexia, but at this stage, it doesn't even matter. Lexia is level 12, Zorn's only level 10, and he's not being getting a lot of farm here coming from Geek Fam as they have been relying on Zorn to make this kind of plays here. So RSG MY doing fantastic about buying time here. Objectives-wise, they only lose a tier 1 up top. And bottom side, they will pick on towards R. So that's a great pick that RSG MY is looking for.
Yep, top side, Maima once again still cutting the waves for now. 6-6, 24-25. Very small margins here as Popolo and Kubal looks for the face check. Oh, he's able to drop down the frost arrows in time. They break mid tier 1. Here comes Zoran. He's looking for engagement, but he's getting absolutely chunked out, barely getting any damage off of Lexia.
Dude, look at Lexia. He's got the turtle buff. Zorn passes by, and almost non-existent damage was hit onto him. However, Nelby will hit pretty hard here. Unfortunately, Lexia will steal away Zorn's buff. So RGMI looking very comfortable now compared to what happened 6 minutes ago.
Yep, Lord is back up 10 minutes into this, and RSG are slowly taking the lead with a 2K differential. Maima looking for opportunities to get on top of Zaraki, but now the rest of the team has come. Lolia is looking to get that ult. He lands the ult. No concentration to get out of there. Even the Purify had to be utilized. He goes down straight away.
Yep, and now RSG going to be securing the buffs here, going for the push as well. Lord is going to be up. Maima is done for the cut. Arts is there trying his best here to pull away for the team. But where's the damage coming around? Zorn is not doing much here. He gets nothing he can do. He has no purple buff, and RSGMY immediately transitions for the Lord push. However, Zorn will trade a tier 1 down bottom instead.
Yep, and now Lord is in the grasps of RSG. Zorn, he could look for a steal, but Sino is trying to look for an opportunity to catch him. Oh, he doesn't catch him just yet, and Zorn, he might give up on this because now Alpha Wolf comes through to go for the lockdown. No follow-up from the rest of RSG. But look, Paquito, he's pushing him forward. Holy Baptism is gone. Lord is essentially gone, but they were able to break a tier 2, or they should be able to break a tier 2 right here.
Yeah, I like the preemptive Holy Baptism in case Zorn slides in to try and go in for the Lord steal here. They can instantly melt him down. So despite it whiffing here, but the idea game sense there was on a point to make sure that Zorn does not take this kind of risky plays, because now objective secured. Lord is going to be pushing from the bottom side. RSGMY looking to close out this game. Zorn getting caught out, and he's going to go down.
Yep, the rest of RSG look to rotate down towards this bottom tier 2, and they can push them off. They're sending the Alpha Wolf straight away on towards Arts, and they're setting up their barricade as they break down those walls. Lord going to be knocking on the door of that inhibitor, and they can start sieging this well for the side of RSG's composition.
Leo's going for the backlines. Lil B does have the ejector, not going to be using here, as the Lord is going to be knocking down towards the inhibitor. Lord relatively healthy here. Geek Fam, they have to hold on the crystal, but the Lord is chunking their way as well. It's going to be focusing down here. Lil B going for the backline, trying to zone them out, but he's too squishy. The crystal is going to be chunked down to the 50% mark, and RSG did not going for the full commitment, as Geek Fam will be able to hold down for a little bit more. Zorn is back online. He's looking for the skills. Is Zanami trying to bait this out, but RSG and why? They're backing off. They're respecting this. They're going to try and drag this out. They've got 2 inhibitors, and that's going to be the safe play here coming from RSGMY.
And they're scaling so fast on top of everything else. 7K lead on top of Geek Fam. As of yet, next Lord will determine whether they win or lose the game. And Geek Fam, again, yes, Lil B is doing quite a good job, but he can't seem to get on top of Lexia without some form of either hesitation, or Sino or Zaraki is very nearby to stop the combino.
Yeah, Zorn is trying his best here to try to make things work, but Sino has been the biggest problem in this game thus far. His 0-6, but his setups have been, his annoyance as the Ruby here has been a big problem here for Zorn. And in this case, you can see they've gotten full control of the entirety of the map. And in this case, Zorn, the only objective here, clear solution, is pretty much going for the split push here. And
yeah,
there's nothing much you can do.
I mean, yeah, they can't really force anything out here. And even Geek Fam, like, yeah, they don't have the best wave clear. They do have Maima, but time and time again, he has been punished. Here comes the Holy Baptism, forcing out the flicker from Nelby. But yeah, you can see they're pushing all on top as well as bottom, making sure those waves are nice and clean. They only have to focus on clearing mid wave.
Yeah, meanwhile, Geek Fam, they are going to get swamped in. You can see traps already being set up here from inside RSGMY in case Zorn tries to get a little bit feisty as well. As RSGMY looking to push with the tower here, the Maima, and also Zorn is going to be split pushing here. RSGMY, they know there's going to be 4v3 situation. They're going to go for the ejector as well. Great Fam as well. Nelby will be able to trade this out, but they will take a jaw hit in the retreat as well. As RSGMY, they're looking for the crystal, but where's the minions? No minions whatsoever. But RGMY will take Nelby and Lilby in the process. Looks like they are going to be focusing on the inhibitors on the top side as well. And this is going to be RSG MY taking the turrets of all of Geek Fan for absolutely nothing.
What can RSG actually do as they try to pull back? Zorn pulls away. It's not going to be enough here as the Holy Baptism then lands once more, but RSG easily take this fight down. Zaraki is running away from Maima, but that's just going to be the end of the game before Zaraki dies. There's nothing much to say about that. I think, you know, overall RSG just played at the moment, but the moment Lolias does get level 2, level 3, level 4, that's when you're going to see a lot of difference.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried here because as of now, we saw first game, Lolios kind of struggled with the matchup against this Beatrix backdrop here after experiencing
it was Alice, though.
Yeah, he kind of experienced it firsthand game 1, so he's got to be worried about what is going to be happening here. He's got to realize that, hey, there must be a way, let's try it out, let's push it.
All right, it's time. Let's jump in towards this game and let's see how far they can really push it at the end of the day. They know that Beatrix likes to go in towards that top side as we've seen before. So let's see. It's going to be Lolias on the Lapu Lapu. Lilby on top side on that Beatrix. Izanami sitting by mid side. Arts going down bot side.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here, this is going to be the final game for today in this week 5. Day 1's offline tournament here. RGMY going up against Geek Fam. Game number 3, the deciding match for both of these teams here. Is Zanami going to be starting off on this Angela? And my goodness, I never knew that, you know, they had a brand new skill like this. But speaking of what I know, Sino will be the one to first-hand experience that. And he's going to get completely shot up in a 1v1 matchup.
Oh my goodness, he shouldn't have died there in the 1v1. He should know better that he could get run down by Nibiru at that point in time. And now RSG is going to continue try and take this blue, but Maima is being super annoying. Does he steal it away? Yes, he does. He's got it. Now he's on the run. He sees Sino, and now he realizes he's made a mistake. Lilby wasn't there to make it in time.
Yeah, that's going to be a great response here. RSG MY getting a little bit of slither hope instead of getting run over here. So that's going to be a little bit of punish towards Maima. However, Geek Fam, what are you thinking here? He's getting forced out. Ejector comes in, but Zorn not going to be able to respond as the puppet strings will stun him in his track. Meanwhile, bottom side, look at this. Arts cutting the back lines back towards tier 3 from the bottom side of the lane.
Okay, that was I guess Zorn wanted to make the play, but the puppet on the string, unless he was already on the puppet on the strings earlier, it shouldn't have triggered so quickly. Oh well, never mind. With RSG continuing to take control over this game, Geek Fam slowly fall behind, but again, they need to wait for that play to occur.
Yeah, and you know, it seems like Geek Fam, they have to play it slow. You know, they understood, hey, we've got an easy pick here. Beatrix is doing fantastic. Well, Lilby gonna go for the steal.
Yeah, Lilby got it.
Oh,
yeah, hate to see it, but yep, Wesker has such high burst damage that it is a little
damage, right? 300, 100, 100, 100.
Yeah.
One hit, 600 damage?
It's good in the early game. It's good in the early game. It doesn't get so good later on, but hey, for now, it does the job. And now Zorn is going to get jumped on by Lolias here, who managed to get the full combo down and just absolutely demolish him. And now even the backline, Maima gets caught. Here comes the Art Guard. This should be easy pickings all across the board for RSG. They get the double kill and now walk away, but they do trade off Zaraki.
Yep. Meanwhile, Lilby is going for the assist, but RSG MY says we are not going to be fighting this off here as they want to make sure that Lixia has the best list of farm. In this case, with the Cloud 1-on-1, looking good for RSG MY. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, they've paid the price here. Maima died 2 times in a row out of position, and this time, RSG MY, they learned their mistakes from game 1. They don't want to be isolated by ours. They want to just focus on Maima because he was the true core from game number 1, despite the flashy plays by Lilby.
Yeah, but let's compare them, because right now Maima has died twice already in comparison to Lexia, but he doesn't seem to have slowed down in terms of that flash farm, and that just kind of shows that Roger is going to be the faster farmer in comparison to Claude in this big game. Oh, there we go. Lolias able to find that 1v1 and crush Lilby under the pressure. Just a little bit of mechanics, and yes, he can get right on top of it.
You know, I can literally hear the players immediately screaming their lungs out because that's a big pickoff from RGMY, because that's going to slow down Lilby's farm a little bit more and giving a little bit more room for RGMY to make the comeback here. So the screams, you know, you can feel the intensity here because as of now, Lolios, he's got 3-0-0, and a very early stack up on the festival block, especially for the Labu Labu.
Yeah, but this is going to be the repeat of the previous game.
what?
So Rocky gets picked off here with the help of Zorn. It gets launched over the wall. Lolius is coming in with a hard guard, but it gets chunked out straight away. Lil B, he's on the run, and here comes the meteor shower. It's not going to be enough, even with the love taps coming off of Izanami. The players are not happy. They are screaming to get for more blood.
You know, I swear, if you guys are landing here, and I tell you, if you guys are listening to what's happening here, Geek Fam is not too happy with the screaming here against RSG MY. Both of them are just going all out. And now, Geek Fam chunking away at the tier 1s. RSG MY Zaraki trying to slow this down, but that's going to be a lot of gold platings heading towards Geek Fam. A lot of gold on top of that. Meanwhile, RSG MY, they have to take a back seat here. Something went wrong. What's up? We got to take a chill pill.
Yep, it goes both sides. Oh, no.
Oh,
Zaraki gets picked off again. Zorn finding a great opportunity to get on top of him, and that's exactly what happens. Unstoppable force being expanded. You can't walk up like that against Jawhead.
Well, Geek Fam, they finally got a little bit of control into the game here. This time, they will take a little bit more lead. In this case, RSG MY, they seems to have lost the composure here. They've got a big win against Lil B, but eventually the damage output is still a threat to begin with. Geek Fam, they've got a lot of damage. They have to clump up and try and drag this out for Lexia to come online, and that's going to be the key component hero here, because Zorn coming from behind goes for the unstoppable force, but now Angela providing an assist. Lolius is there. He misses up the combo. He's doing a lot of damage, but whoa, Zorn coming for life. No, Lil B will retaliate here, but Lexia from behind, Blazing Duet is there. There's not going to be enough damage, but Mayma gets trapped with the traps, and they will trade him off. RSG MY, they managed to take a core despite almost messing that up.
It was a good rotation here, and Lolius was able to chunk out Zorn until he had no pressure whatsoever. RSG just making the smarter rotational plays, and they also net themselves the first target of the game as they look to start pushing in towards orange buff side. It looks like it still should be up here, but down on bot side, Sino finally having the time of his life against Arts. He's got the avarice as well, so he can really net himself quite a bit of gold to catch up.
Yep, meanwhile, middle side here, we see RSG MY looking for the setup. LB is going to be clearing the creep base for the meteor shower here, as RSG MY looking to go in for a more mid-control oriented style here. As Geek Fam, they are still holding down the lines. They're trying to buy time for Mayma and Lil B to come online, whereas RSG MY, they need to take some sort of objectives. Zorn will force out the flicker coming from the Lolios, so that's going to be a big one there, as Lolios will not have the flicker for another 112 seconds.
Yep, looking at the item builds right now, nothing too out of the ordinary. Lil B already getting the Demon Hunter Sword, and Nelby as well having the Ice Queen's Wand. Here we go. This is potentially a dive coming in on towards this top side against Lolias. Here comes Zorn. Let's see how successful it's going to be.
Oh, Lolias does not have the flicker. He's going to be in some trouble. He's isolated by the rest of the team. Lolias go for a massive one, but he eventually will get swarmed off. Meanwhile, bottom side here, they are going to be making an attempt towards Arts, but it is a Uranus. The turret is still relatively healthy as well. It's Tsunami going for the stall here, but they can't do anything here. The turtle will be the consolation prize from the side of Lexia, almost taking the tier 1 down bottom here, and not going to be happening. Arts is going to try and bait this out, and look at this, you know, he's baiting it out. The stun comes in, Lexia is there. Do they want to go for the finish? But he is so tanky. They do not want to go this. However, on the other side of the map, Geek Fam, they're looking to green this out. They will not just take a kill, they'll take tier 1 and now a tier 2.
You also have Lil B there for support, just in case if anything goes wrong, and Maima might be actually has a kind of a safe way to kind of run, especially when you have Nibiru's ult. It covers a large area and it's a lot of DPS for free if you run towards it. Oh, Zorn, he gets hit by the stun with the Alpha Wolf, but here it comes, Meteor Shower to force out everybody to move backwards, especially Lexia, who now doesn't have the Battle Mirror image.
Yep, they have to play it safe here. Meanwhile, you can see Art starting to get a little bit of information of where the positionings of RSG MY. He's not afraid to tank the back lines and give those information. He's doing a fantastic job. He's clearing the creep waves, and RSG MY, it seems like they are split up. Sino is pretty much all the way down bottom here, but they are still going to make the force to play here. Seems like it is going to be a bait here as they back off. Art's transition on top, but the Meteor Shower has been reset again from the side of Nelby. They want to go in for the move push, but Lolios, he messes up the combo. He does not connect, and Geek Fam, they're happy with that, and they will back off with the reset.
Yeah, they can't give too much of a lead over to Geek Fam at this point because they scale significantly harder if we look at the composition on both sides. They scaled relatively okay, but 2 marksmen is definitely going to be a lot of DPS to deal with, and Sino, he needs to get big quick.
Yep, Lexia now going to be repositioning as well here. There's no point contesting and staying up top here. They need to clear the mid control, and they will done it here. And oh no, they forced the Hosgard up, and top of that here, that's going to be no Hosgard available for the next team fight. And Zeno is all by himself down bottom here. Geek fam, they are going to go for the push here. Zeno, you have to back off now.
RSG, they're moving their way back towards Turtle side, which Geek Fam has control over. Asino is nearby to help kind of, scout them out early, but look at the position of Loliez. He's in the back line, and he could look to try and make this happen. Yeah, he's looking for the opportunity. He goes for the dive and gets on top of Maima. He goes down instantaneously. This is a huge win and a big play coming in from RSG MY, but it looks like the same is happening in the back line as Art's looking to slow them down. It's not looking good. Zorn tries to go for the unstoppable force, but now he can't seem to get out without that flicker.
Yep, Lexia does have the ultimate available here. They do not want to risk this fight here. Geek fam, they had a solid idea here. They want to go for the split push up top with Ars pushing out the top side of the lane, but Lolias with the big plays here will catch them off guard. Meanwhile, RSGMY, they have to go in for the objectives here. Great support cover here coming from Izanami to take up some of the damage coming from Meteor Shower to prevent Lolias from dying. So great teamwork here coming from RSGMY. They're getting objectives across the map, but this is going to give them a little bit more space. However, Lil B 2-1 and 3. This is going to be something that RSGMY is eyeing out to going for the kills here.
Yeah, and you can already see the rest of RSG is just kind of camping here right by Lord's side. They're making sure that Lolias is nearby. They're getting a good push. Sino comes to help him out, and let's see if Geek Fam are going to get a little antsy and look for that face check, because the moment they do, they are dead.
Yep, Enchanted Talisman up on Arts here, so he's going to be doing a little bit more magical damage, but nothing out of the ordinary yet. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, Maima has died 4 times. He needs a little bit more items if he wants to go in for this kind of commitment fights. Arts is trading not really well against Zeno here. It's just going to be getting outclassed in this kind of scenarios here. Meanwhile, RG is going to be looking for pace. Zor gets stunned up here. Meteor Shower going for the zoning as well. So that's going to be huge for the side of RGMY. No Meteor Shower here for at least a good 20 seconds here. So that's going to be an option for RGMY to contest the Lord. They'll be waiting for the right moment, but Zorn will boost Zaraki as Zaraki gets blasted off as well. Lona is going for the re-engage. Zorn is going to focus down, but where is the damage? Nexia, he needs the stack. He needs the blazing duet. He doesn't get it. He's going to be pre-emergently using it as well. Now, the assist comes in. He gets the damage out. They take down Liu Bi. Mima gets off, and Izanami with the crucial Hosgard saves his life as RSGMY is able to push Geek Fam back.
Yep, Arts still, he's a little too tanky for the rest of RSGMY to keep on pushing forward here. However, the damage has been done, and they can heal back up to full with at least, a creep wave. However, notice down on towards that bottom side that Geek Fam has been pushing really hard on top. So, RSG still has some housekeeping to do. Lolias looking to match, and it looks like, Lord goes over to nobody.
Yep, Lexia here, he's finally hit his timings. He's got the Demon Hunter Sword as well as the Golden Staff. However, Liu Bi playing a little bit defensive now, going for the wind nature, kind of mitigate some of this physical damage here. And I wouldn't be surprised considering how RGMY has been baiting him out of position now.
Yep, as they make their rotations, you can see that top side, Nino is doing a good job. He's getting some good damage. He is building well. And now, Liu Bi, he's going to see... Oh, he's not doing enough in Nibiru at this point in time. And even Arts knows that he's been giving quite a bit of gold over to the Avarice emblem from Zeno. And let's see, now that Illuminous Lord is up, we see the Winsome Nature coming out of Lexia, as well as the fleeting time from Izanami to get her all off more often than it should. However, Lolia is getting attacked.
Yeah, that's going to be huge here because Izanami going to be going to Lolias as well. He's all by himself. He's still alive. He's keeping him alive. He's buying enough time. RGMY is here. Lexia is looking for the big blazing duet, but it is going to force them out. However, with the fleeting time here up on Izanami here, Geek Fam, they have to be worried because every single time RGMY gets a kill here, he is going to be able to reduce the cooldown here. Zorn going to give a little bit more information. Mima in vicinity. He's got the double buff here, but the Lord is going to get taken out relatively quickly. Arts, what are you doing? You're out of position. You need to back off, and that's going to be Geek Fam disengaging and losing out the Lord fight.
Yep. Okay, so now with Lord pushing, Illuminous Lord pushing in from that top side, this is going to put Geek Fam on the back foot. RSG might have this in the bag as Lolias is able to kind of sustain through most of the damage, and I don't think Geek Fam has nobody bought the Necklace of Durance just yet. I don't think so. And Sino, he's getting pretty huge. Like, nobody can really deal enough damage to cut through his shields, and Sino knows this as well. He's starting to get a little cocky.
Yeah, the Necklace of Durance is up on Nelby, but he cannot afford to do much because Oz right now, he's going to get it for the full full stun as well. He's trying, bracing to where it's there. He's gonna get shot off, and that's gonna be no front line from the side of Geek Fam, and the Lord will take the inhibitor. Meteor Shower is there to try and zone them out, and that's gonna be a great defense, but they will lose out on Arts. RSG MY looking to get back at Geek Fam. They're looking to take game 3 as well. Lowlius goes in for the dive. The Hearth Guard is there, but he's taking too much damage. The over-aggression will pay with his life, but now they're not worried about this. They've got Zeno, they've got the damage, and they are gonna go full fight back. But Zorn will pull him back, but Zeno is an Esmeralda. He's gonna be so tanky. He's out of position. He takes a big one here coming from Lilby from the out, and they have to back off. RSG MY, they keep chipped off. Mima giving her the chase. Lexia has the blazing to win. He clutches it. He dodges Mima, and he comes out on top. Oh my goodness. Whoa, my goodness. What am I watching?
You're seeing RSG just taking full control over the game. Geek Fam now still on the back foot, trying to clear up this wave as soon as possible. Lilby has his priorities set straight. The overextension was punished. Here comes the Bureaus, all comes down. He flickers backwards, repositions as well. Arts needs to try his best. He finds that first initial kill. He can get Lexia as well. He got it, but again, he's coming back up with the Immortality Battle Mirror images out there. Geek Fam still in it to win it. They hold on without any inhibitors left.
Oh my goodness, here the amount of damage coming from Lilby early on here just completely taken a surprise from RSGMY. Without Lixia's clutch moment towards the orange buff here, that would have just went south for the side of RSGMY. However, keeping things live, keeping things interesting here, RSGMY are going to be taking full control of the lanes here. As Geek Fam, they have to defend this. Can they make the comeback here? What's the win condition for Geek Fam now?
Well, Geek Fam, they just need Mima or as well as Lilby to start scaling really, really hard. Arts realizes what he just walked into, and now he's in a lot of trouble, forcing out his consecration straight away, but he needs to hold up on it. Okay, he also used the Purify for pretty much no reason, but hey, no big deal. Now, top side here, the rest of Geek Fam will sit and wait for somebody to stick their head out, and Jawhead will try to look for the play.
Oh, Zeno going to be opening up the map here. He's going to be tickling away, trying to build up his shields for the next Lord fight here. Traps are being set up here across the map from the side of RSGMY. But 60 seconds left for the next Lord fight. Geek Fam, they got to be worried now. What do they do? Because as of now, Lilby's been able to dish out some serious damage, but it seems like RSGMY is just so tanky. Izanami has been doing a fantastic job at supporting Lolios despite him getting a little bit overzealous as well in the initial fight.
This is a game of cat and mouse because it's 11-10. It's 51-46. It doesn't matter too much for the side of RSG, the fact that they're 51, mainly because their supports, they're building tank, they're building like a lot of support items to make sure that they are relevant into the game and can actually take the amount of damage that Geek Fam is able to provide. However, on the other side, this is really important because now Nelby is in a position where he can actually get a lot of damage, and Zorn, he's just building tanks, so it doesn't matter too much, and the same goes for Arts. However, Necklace of Durances and Sea Halberds are going to be completed by now.
Oh, this is a smart call here coming from Geek Fam and saying that, hey, you know what? Let's give the move buff towards Nelby here. Melma doesn't exactly need it, as Nelby's Meteor Shower is going to be a clutch winning moment for more damage against RSGMI. So I like the play. It's smart. And Melma also going to be playing the win nature as well, trying to poke things out for Nelby to come online. So the win condition here is to allow Nelby to just consistently pop off with those damage here. However, RSG, they will start the Lord fight.
Yep, here we go. Zorn, he sticks his head out. He gets hit by the Frost Trap, and now RSG, they know they're going to reposition here as they are ready to try and take this out. Geek Fam are going to pull the trigger really, really soon, but you can already see that Nelby, he's pulled back. Zorn, he's caught out. They know this, and here comes Lilby.
Oh, wow.
Ultimate coming in from Barrett, and now they're all out of position. Puppet on a swing. Nibiru does use her ult, but Izanami will not go down. Here comes Lilby at the end of the day, but the Bravest Warrior is coming into the back. Mima trying to pull on 4. He gets chunked out with Zeno stealing away his shields. That's going to be 4 members dead for the side of Geek Fam, and they're looking to ace them. This game looks like it's over.
What a clutch there coming from RSGMI, setting up 4 players to kill Zorn out of position with Zeno with the follow-up here. That's what you could be expecting as well. Now it is going to be R taken out as well. RSGMI, they're going for the reverse 2-0 sweep. They've got all the players from the side of Geek Fam, and RSGMY have done it. Reverse 2-0 sweep, 2-1, taking the series against Geek Fam. RSGMY.
They pull on